At the Fushimi hot spring, Qin Feng asks Tai Qiu to bring out the divine liquid so he can test it. The others are surprised when he says he wants to pour it directly into the hot spring. He explains that if the liquid is used only once, the effect is limited, but if all of it mixes with the hot spring water, the overall boost should exceed 50%. As the liquid is poured in, the energy visibly reacts. Qin Feng notes that activating the blessing before and after use maximizes the effect, confirming the method works. With over 100 bottles left, he decides to pour them all in. The sudden surge shocks everyone nearby, who scramble away as the hot spring's power rapidly intensifies. After pouring everything in, Qin Feng exhales in relief. The others immediately notice his body reacting, realizing the divine liquid's effects have fully stacked. He explains that while the later boosts are smaller, the hot spring can now increase overall attributes by nearly 80%, far exceeding simple direct use. As everyone enters the spring, they feel the difference at once. Someone points out that the boost is even stronger than the original Fushimi hot spring. Qin Feng relaxes in the water, noting that the more diluted the divine liquid is, the better the result. He then states that the next step is to head to the blazing volcanic zone. 2 days later, the group sets off. Qin Feng notices Yi seems a bit reckless, while the team moves quickly through the sky toward their destination. A powerful figure suddenly appears and suggests traveling together, claiming the Mu family will ensure their safety. The sudden intervention raises concern. Qin Feng stays cautious. Even though the offer sounds reasonable, he admits he doesn't fully understand the Mu family and worries Yi could be put in danger if things go wrong. As they continue forward, Yi calmly tells Qin Feng that they're almost there, signaling that the next stage of their journey is about to begin. Upon reaching the Chifeng mountain range, the group encounters a mysterious red barrier stretching across the peaks. The winged companion questions if it's a territory defense system, but the white-haired guide reassures him that the red mist is a harmless detection field that won't cause any injury. "Follow me," the guide commands, leading the way as they plunge into the thick red clouds. They emerge on the other side to a hidden landscape, where the guide finally announces, "This is my home." The winged companion is left speechless as they reach the final destination of their journey. They arrive at the Mirong estate on the western border, where the white-haired guide formally welcomes him to his family's home. Looking down at the massive, sprawling complex, the companion is awestruck, remarking that the estate is as grand as a small city. As they land, the guide begins a formal introduction, leading him toward his father. The guide introduces his father, Mirong, by the esteemed head of the Mirong family. "Father, I've brought Brother Lu," he says, as Mirong Bai expresses his relief at Lu Fan's timely arrival after a long wait. Surprised by the large crowd gathered at the estate, Lu Fan asks about the many people watching them. Mirong Bai explains that they are all family members who have been anxiously awaiting Lu Fan's arrival ever since word was sent that he had been found. As Lu Fan stands before the Mirong family, the onlookers whisper in doubt, questioning if this savior from the prophecy is truly the person they have been waiting for. Noticing the growing pessimism of the crowd, the young master offers to dismiss them, but Lu Fan insists on moving forward to see the starry sky giant dragon. Mirong Bai promptly gives the order to open the starry sky tomb, preparing to grant Lu Fan access to the sacred site. They arrive at a cavern deep within the Chifeng mountain range, revealed to be the ancient dwelling place of the legendary dragon. Mirong Bai explains that this cavern is a sacred forbidden area, rarely entered by the family unless there is an urgent matter that requires disturbing the giant dragon. Approaching the spectral blue flames, Mirong Bai bows to his ancestors and announces that he and his son have finally brought the person of destiny to see them. Moving deeper into the heart of the tomb, Lu Fan is struck with awe as he catches his first glimpse of the legendary creature. Before him lies the starry sky giant dragon, a massive level 120 beast known as the Dragon of the Southern Region and the ancient guardian of the Mirong family. Looking above the giant dragon, Lu Fan notices another figure suspended in a deep slumber, the Mirong ancestor, a level 120 powerhouse of the Western region. The guide explains that the ancestor sacrificed nearly all his life force and spiritual energy to perform the grand divination that ultimately guided them to find Lu Fan. Since that ritual, the ancestor has remained in a coma. The family placed him beside the dragon, though they have no way of knowing when he might wake up. The dragon itself is revered as the starry sky ancestor, but its condition is dire after years of sleep. Its breathing has grown weak, and its body has begun to dissolve into fading starlight. The Mirong family desperately pleads with Lu Fan to save the dying dragon, explaining it is the very foundation of their lineage and their only remaining hope. Feeling the weight of the task, Lu Fan agrees to do his best, though he cautiously suggests they prepare for a backup plan if his efforts fail. When the family offers their full support and assistance, Lu Fan calmly tells them it won't be necessary for now as he prepares to take action. He summons his companion Xiao Fei, commanding her to attempt her healing powers on the fading starry sky ancestor. Watching Lu Fan work, the Mirong family feels a surge of hope, certain that the ancestor's prophecy was right about a man who commands so many powerful dragons. Xiao Fei unleashes her strongest healing spells, Life Pulsation and Life Source, utilizing her Emerald Dragon blessing to double the restorative effects on the dying guardian. However, the efforts prove futile as system notifications flash ineffective, showing that even the most potent dragonkin healing cannot reach the starry sky ancestor. Seeing Xiao Fei's distress at her failure, Lu Fan gently comforts her, acknowledging that she did everything she could. The Mirong family falls into despair at the failure, questioning if their ancestor's prophecy was wrong all along. Lu Fan is suddenly startled by a mysterious voice in his head, mocking his surrender and waiting for him to ask for help. A rift of dark purple energy suddenly erupts in the air, catching everyone's attention. A new figure begins to emerge from the portal, stretching her limbs as she remarks on how long it has been since she was last able to manifest. As she steps out from the purple energy, the mysterious woman speaks with a tone of clear superiority. She notes that the problem they are facing is far beyond the scope of mere human knowledge. Standing before the group, the demonic, winged figure exudes an aura of immense power. She mocks their failed attempts, stating flatly that this is a situation they are definitely unable to resolve on their own.